What is going on, comic book community? It is that time once again of the week, 90 miles from comics. As always, I'm your host, Chad, aka Y290. YouTube is 90 for all the 90 holics that'll be joining us here in the chat. It's my favorite day of the week because it is Wednesday, new comic book day, and I get to sit around with my two homies, talk some comics. And first up on the panel, we got my brother from another mother, the captain himself, Javier. What is going on, Javi?
What's going on, Yad man? Just another week. I made it to the comic book store finally. I'm a little bit behind, but you know how it is, man. Still was able to pick up my books, and excited to show off what I got today. And you know, not to get too ahead of myself, but this weekend was awesome. SuperCon, did a little bit of hunting with Chad 90MFComics, you know, YouTube is 90, as well as Hialeah Comic Book Bro and Steve Whiting. It was an awesome time over there at SuperCon in Miami. We might show off a little bit of our haul. Excuse me.
No, we will be showing off our hauls, Javi. Don't worry about that because the people want to see it. Not only do I got Javi with me, but I got my brother D-Hyde. D-Hyde's in the building. What is going on, D-Hyde?
Yo, not a whole lot. Just another Wednesday, and I'm here. And I'm here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's do it. All right, you guys want to do it? Let's do
it. Sweet, and looking good, D-Hyde as well. I like the crispiness coming your way.
Thanks, man.
Whoa. I was told we might be joined by a guest. I hope we're still be able to be joined by them. I'm going to reach out to them to make sure they're still be able to join us for the show today. We get a little inside on Mad Cave Studios. Hopefully, our good friend from Mad Cave, Chris, we saw him at SuperCon, and we're hoping to bring him on today so we can get a little insight on what's been going on there. But it was really, really awesome to see him and the Mad Cave team at their booth at SuperCon. Just a lot of fun. As Javi said, Hialeah Comic Bro, Steve Whiting, Jeff Comics 813. It was just a ton of fun hunting with all those people. So thank you guys for making the trip down here, Steve and Jeff, and just making it an incredible con experience. But we'll get more into that later. I'll figure out if Chris is still joining us from Mad Cave. If not, we'll be plugging Mad Cave throughout the show anyway because those are our good friends. So shout out to Mad Cave Studios. Thank you for all they do for the show, and we'll get to that a little later as well. But one of our favorite things to do on the show is to talk comics, of course, and we're going to talk about some things that we have recently read. So, Hyde, is there anything that you've recently read that you want to talk about? Or I'm sure you've been reading a ton of things lately, no?
No, not really. I haven't really been reading a ton. I've been playing way too many video games lately. That's a new thing. I haven't really done that. I've been playing Battlefront 2 like a crazy person. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Yeah, no, I've just been way into that. But I have found some time to read stuff. And one of the things I'd like to talk about, my spotlight on last week, I'd say it would be Punisher 13.
Nice.
From last week. And yeah, this series has been pretty good and solid so far. But this is the start of something. Like, it's picking up. It's picking up hard. Frank Castle is back out of Bagalia, I think. Some made-up Hydra country. Let me see. Let me make sure if it's Bagalia. I think it's Bagalia. Some made-up Marvel country, which Hydra owned and Baron von Zemo was the head of. Now it's moved back to New York after Punisher's kind of ruined everything. And now Baron Zemo and Fisk are on an uneasy alliance trying to get rid of the Punisher. And yeah, Kingpin's a legitimate mayor. Can't really be seen with Zemo. And Zemo's kind of a prick. So that's hilarious to see. And Frank's back around doing what Frank does, which is franking up the town. And yeah, I love it. Fisk is written hilariously. Zemo's written hilariously. Them bickering at each other is so funny because they both think they're top dog in their own, you know, empires. So yeah, it's just a hilarious eggshell to see walk. And then the reveal at the end of that's pretty hilarious. It's a pretty good thing. It feels like the Punisher should. Nice. Violent, hilarious, over the top, but grounded. It's everything it needs to be. And that was the pick of the week. And I'd say honorable shout out to Green Lantern by Morrison, as always. So good. On a savage world of swords and sorcery has Hal Jordan met his match. So it's like some weird sword and sorcery world a la Conan the Barbarian, but with Green Lantern running around. So that's all I need. And yeah, those two are great. And again, another shout out to Cosmic Ghost Rider. That was a pretty good issue.
Yes, that was such a good issue.
Right?
It was really good, actually. I agree with you guys. One of my favorites from last week as well. So,
Yeah,
Javi,
man.
what'd you read, man?
I did I read 3 books last week. I picked up Arrow, the new female Chinese superhero from Marvel. She had a ton of variants come out. Archerm did a variant. A couple of other people did a variant for her. But Marvel is forefronting this female character from Shanghai. She has the power to control the wind. So she's able to fly and, just manipulate the wind to do whatever she wants it to do. The book was like the story, the writing was okay. There wasn't anything too crazy, nothing that kind of stuck out, no big major reveals or anything like that. It was definitely more showcasing her character design, I feel like, and the art was definitely on point. I just wish the writing could have been a little bit better. It could have just been a little bit better. I wanted more. When you get a new superhero, you want some action, and it was just a little bit lacking. But we'll see what happens in issue 2. She is part of the Agents of Atlas team, so we'll see. We'll see if she gains some popularity. That was Arrow #1 by Marvel. I also read Batman TMNT. This is the series #3. So Batman TMNT 3. I believe it was issue 5. Oh, I'm sorry, issue 3 that came out. And I read that. It was really, really good. I am digging this Batman TMNT run. They are doing a what do they call it? They gave it their own name. They're doing a Crisis in a Half Shell.
Yeah, that was
So they're doing it's Crisis of Infinite Earths kind of homage, where universes are colliding and Batman and the Turtles are trying to figure out how to get back to their own universe and kind of get their memories back and put their lives back to normal. There was a very, 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 very cool moment with Alfred and Batman, and I think I might have gotten a little teary-eyed. So just pick it up. It's good. It's some very, very good stuff. Batman TMNT series #3, and this was issue #3.
I'm sure you guys will be hearing me talk about that tomorrow on Review and a Half Show with my Turtle brothers, because once again, one of my favorite reads as well, Javi. So
man, that ending, man.
Yeah. No, bro. I know. Trust me. I know. All right. So real quick, before I hop into what I read last week, how rude of me. I forgot to hop in the chat and say hello to the beautiful people that are joining us in the chat. Jeez, man, I was just so excited to talk comic books. I just jumped right into it. But we got Manny the Comic Collector in the building. We got our con hunting brother, Steve Whiting, Stone Cold Steve Comics. What is going on, man? Appreciate you for joining us. Appreciate you for the giant AOK you gave us as well. We also have my two brothers, Hyde and Javi, in the chat, holding it down with the blue wrenches. We got Ryan Cook as well. Make sure you guys go check out his IG, as we were showing off some of his awesome artwork last week. And we got Candyman Rip and Perry Comics in the building. What is going on, Perry? Hopefully, you might be able to see me at TampaCon, and you already know that YouTube is 90. You stupid idiot. Get out of here. That YouTube is Perry stuff. With all that nonsense, you'll make the list. All right. So some of the things that I read last week are going to be, first thing up, as Hyde mentioned, the Cosmic Ghost Rider destroys Marvel history. I know Javi read it as well. Just a lot of fun. One of those things, one of my favorite characters. If you're not reading it, man, you need to read it. It's a ton of fun. And Paul Scheer just killed it with this mini run. I believe there's one more issue left, and I think that will be the end of that. And I'm excited to see if he's going to get his own ongoing or if Kate's just going to keep him, you know, floating between all these books in the, you know, current, you know, continuity in Marvel. So we'll see what happens with our good old boy Frank Castle, the Cosmic Ghost Rider, and future things to come with him. But awesome read. And this, like they said too, really, really fun. And I love the ending. The ending had to be the best part, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the ending where they square up.
But just know, and if you guys have been reading, we all know that the Watcher has been watching him throughout all the time. And just put it this way, he, you know, he's got to finally step in, and you'll see what he does with that. So definitely make sure you check that out. Some awesome and good stuff. As Javi mentioned earlier as well, Batman TMNT issue number 3. Just, this might be my favorite concept of the 3 series that they've done with this. I've been saying that from issue 1, and I know it was kind of early to say that from issue 1, but as they keep going further into this story, I think it just confirms what I've been saying. Totally been enjoying this. Definitely going to be diving into this one tomorrow with my Total Brothers, Who Dat Comics and more, Edwin the Comic Jabroni, and C. Witter 19, hopefully. So that way you'll know what's happening there, but I'm not going to talk about that one. And the next one that I'm going to talk about, the one that's been blowing up as of late, and that's TMNT issue number 95. We all know it's the first appearance of a new turtle. We're not going to tell you who or what it is until tomorrow on Review and a Half Show. So make sure you guys tune back here tomorrow, 90MF Comics, for Review and a Half Show. But once again, one of the books that most people aren't reading, and because of that, it's a low print run. And when something like that happens, bam, blows up. You can't find it, and now it's easily a $30 book. So you definitely want to make sure you check us out tomorrow as we talk about this. One of my favorite reads since, I mean, I've been getting back into comics. Javi knows TMNT's been on my pull list for a while. So just one of those things that people have not been talking about enough. I love me some turtles. This is the longest ongoing turtle run, and they've done some great and amazing things with this run. And you gotta just read it. If you gotta read it with trade or volume, however, get on it. But we'll be talking about this tomorrow. Review and a Half Show, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue 95, and this is that Eastman variant. You already know I always go Eastman variant, always.
Always.
All right, so I did read another book today that came out today, but I guess I'll talk about that a little later when we show off books that we picked up today. But my pick of the week and then read of the week, and I'm surprised you guys didn't read this.
I haven't gotten around to it yet. No.
Ooh, Immortal Hulk, issue number 20. It just continues to get better, man. Al Ewing just killing it, man. Just killing it. I love this book. I picked up this one in the Carnage-ized variant where Hulk and Carnage are, like, you know, fusing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the blood splatter variant. But anyway, if you haven't read this book, just you're asleep. Especially you, Perry. If there's any Marvel book you need to put on your freaking list, it's this one right here and Venom. Those are the 2 books that everyone needs to be reading, like, for sure. Just I love everything about this book. I love the covers. I love the artwork inside the book. I love the story inside the book. If you guys read the issue before this, Harpy was kind of, you know, getting a little crazy, and she was trying to kill little Hulk. And you see what happens after that in this book, and you see just what goes down. Now, there's been talk that this series and run might be ending at issue 25. And if that is the case, I will be super sad because this is one of my favorite reads, and I think everyone should be on it. But until then, I'm still going to be picking it up. and hopefully it continues, or hopefully Al Ewing still continues to be writing Hulk, because it's been something we've needed for a very, very long time. And just in case, for all of you out there that forgot, thank you, Goat99, for reminding us all in the chat that YouTube is 90.
That's
all
right.
We're gonna change up the format just a little bit, because I know Javi's got a lot of things pulled up on his computer. So I'm gonna let him take Javi's variant corner over, so he can go ahead and show us off all the awesome variants he's got coming out. So that way he can exit out all of those boxes and he can get that, you know, nice clean flow going. And he had so much work to do before this, so let him get this done and over with, and then we'll go ahead and talk some SuperCon. Hopefully we'll get Chris from Mad Cave Studios in here, and then we'll talk about what we picked up today. So Javi, as you're pulling that up, I'll go ahead and let Hyde plug what he's got going on in his channel, so that way you can get ready, brother.
Cool. All right. Right now, the one thing I got going on for sure that I'm gonna continue to do, I got the wrestle line that I started last week on a whim here on this show, and I did it, and it's up, and I'll be doing it again tomorrow. I'm not sure on what, but I will be doing it.
I think you got a little bit of echo.
Ooh.
You got echo?
No, I hear it too. I hear the echo too. I don't know.
It's good now. It's good now.
Oh, all right. Sorry about that. You know, sometimes I echo. It happens in real life. It happens on computer. I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, the Wrestle Line, my live streaming chat show where I just kind of go off, stream of consciousness on a subject on wrestling. Not sure what I'll be doing it on tomorrow. Maybe Big Van Vader, because that's somebody I could talk about forever, and that's one of the coolest dudes in wrestling history. But yeah, so check in tomorrow afternoon around 4 or 5, and I'll get going, and let's see what happens. Join me for the ride, will you?
I really enjoyed your first episode. It was very, very knowledgeable.
Oh, yeah,
I don't watch a lot of wrestling, but I like hearing about it.
Yeah, it's just stuff from a long time of watching it and being interested. And I wish I didn't know as much as I did, but I do. I don't think I could name all the presidents, but know a lot about wrestling.
All right. Well, I know someone that knows a lot about variants are getting ready to come out that you should be keeping your eye out for and keeping a lookout at your LCSs. And Javi is going to take us through Javi's variant corner. What's going on, Javi, in your variant corner, brother?
What's going on, guys? I got a couple of books for you. I got more indies than the other weeks, but that's good. We need to show some indie love. Here we have the Blade Runner comic that's coming out. This is coming out July 17th, so you still have some time, about 2 weeks, to put this on your pull if you're interested. If you're a Blade Runner fan, if you're a fan of the movie, they're going to continue the storyline in the comics, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do. This is the Don Quintana Legacy variant, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Don Quintana. Here we have this is a Warren Liu variant, if I'm not mistaken. And here we have a John Gallagher. This is a limited to 500 copies. This is the Virgin. And I guess this is the main character that they're going to be showing off in the comic line. So if you're interested, go check it out. Blade Runner. Here we have another indie title that's coming out, Sarah and the Royal Stars. This is a super nice cover. This is an homage cover. This is from Stadium Comics. So if you're interested in purchasing this book, this variant cover, go ahead and jump on stadiumcomics.com. You can order this through their website. Also, CBSI is doing an exclusive cover for this storyline, Sarah and the Royal Stars. CBSI always has the good information. There's all the good spec information, and they're doing an exclusive variant for Sarah and the Royal Stars. Moving on to some Marvel. We got this Eastman Wolverine cover that's coming out for House of X.
That's so cool.
It's awesome, right?
That is so cool.
We don't see a lot of Eastman doing main cover art, but I guess Marvel picked this one up to showcase a variant for them.
Definitely be trying to get my hands on that.
Yeah, I don't have the information of where you can pick this up, but just look up Eastman House of X variant, and it will definitely come up. And I love how he's in his brown and yellow costume too. That's so awesome. This is Spider-Man City at War number 5. This is the 8-bit variant. I think this is such a super dope variant.
Yeah, that's a Mario 2 homage, right?
Mario 2 homage. I believe, some sort of video game.
Yeah, it feels Mario 2-ish. The character select screen. I could be wrong.
Yeah, but super cool. I love this border. I like the white background. It's very, very sleek, very, very nice, and super cute. I don't know. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's 100% Mario 2. I just looked it up. Yeah.
Hulk number 21, the Immortal Hulk. Got to show off this goodness, man. Lee Inyuk is coming out with some covers. Deadpool is on the front. I don't know if that means he's going to be in the main storyline, but we'll see. He's coming out with 2 variants. This is the A variant, and then he's also coming out with a Red Hulk variant. Red Hulk with the handlebar mustache.
Mm-hmm. It's a good Red Hulk.
Sick. I love both covers. I'm sure my boy Steve Whiting's got both. So one's the trade dress and the other one's the Virgin. Damn.
Yeah.
Do you know where you can get that, Javi? I might have to try to get that for real.
You can pick these up at 789 Comics. That's the number 7, the word 8, ATE, and number 9 comics.com.
You can Steve, I need that one. So do I, Steve. We're gonna link up. I know he doesn't like Virgin variant, so maybe I can strike a deal. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Virgin.
There you go. You can also pick these up at bigtimecollectibles.com. So you have your options. bigtimecollectibles.com or 789comics.com. This is Immortal Hulk number 21, the Lee Inyuk variant. Here we have Punisher.
It's a beautiful cover.
This is Punisher Annual. This is the B cover. So you can tell your local comic book shop to put this on your pull list, and this connecting variant will be there waiting for you. This, like Chad said, is an awesome, awesome, amazing cover.
Very cool.
Punisher Annual number 1.
Seems like they're going to have them messing around with aliens again.
Right? You know more than I do, so.
Yeah, I saw the other cover. It's also Brood stuff. So he's gonna be franking around in space for this annual for some reason. So let's see what that is.
Here we have a little bit of sometimes we like to have fun with comics, right? And this comic is coming out. The X Layfelds being published by Keen Spot. Yeah, enough said. X Layfields joined Trump Punisher and Keen Spot Comics parodies in July 2019. So if you're interested, just go check it out.
I know somebody, I think Bueller's probably going to be all about that. Bueller's into Liefeld all day. It's one of his favorites.
Mutants 98. New Mutants 98 here, of course.
That domino. Look at that.
Donald Who Laughs, number 2. The Trump Punisher. The Hamburger King. So yeah, you know, parody comics, it's a thing.
Bart Knight.
Yeah. But enough said. If you're a Layfield fan, he is coming out with some original content. Enough said.
Bart Knight.
Bart Knight. Here we have the Batman Beyond number 34 cover. This is coming out July 24th. This is a B variant. You know, Batman Beyond doesn't get too much love, but this cover is just insanely awesome. And that's it for the variant corner. Most of these books are coming out July 17th. So you still have some time to pick these up. The Layfield stuff, the Keen Spot stuff, a lot of it comes out the 31st. So you still have some time to order that stuff if you're interested. And Batman Beyond 34 coming out July 24th. And that's it for the variant corner.
All right. Javi's variant corner. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. As Javi was wrapping up,
you guys.
As well, no man, we appreciate you, man. You're bringing the heat every single time. As Corey Kelly's joining us, Eastman's House of X cover looks very good. I agree. We're gonna be on the lookout for that. We have some more great people in the community joining us in the chat. Candyman Rip is still here with us. We have DS Comics joining us, and my brother Stay Puff. What is going on, guys? Thank you for joining us here. All right. So now, well, have not been able to get in contact from Chris with Mad Cave Studios. So hopefully he might be joining us later. Don't know. But if not, real quick, shout out to Mad Cave Studios, our friends and comic book family. With that being said, we're just going to go ahead and let the people know in the chat we were given and donated a book to give away today. And that is a SuperCon exclusive variant of Honor and Curse #1, and we're gonna give it away today to someone in the chat. So I don't know how we're gonna give this away. I don't know if we're gonna ask a question. I don't know if we're gonna just try to figure out if we can get everyone's name and then put them in the randomizer and make that happen. But before we end today's episode, we'll be giving this issue away, Honor and Curse #1, the SuperCon variant, and I'm like covering the best part, right? So let me take my hand.
We should make them go. You should go on your main source of social media. So if you have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever it is, go find Mad Cave Studios, follow them, like them, do whatever you got to do. And then once you do that, comment or put in the chat, like, I did it, or, you know, done. And then I guess we can choose from there or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's too much work for people.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because we're gonna give this book away live. I think that's the best way to do it. I'm thinking about possibly thinking of a question, or like I said, we can see who's in the chat. We can do like, all right, you know, you can pull up the randomizer, throw everyone's name that's commented in the chat, and then we can just go ahead and, you know, randomize it and select it that way. So that
Think
way,
of a number 1 through whatever, and everybody gets one guess.
yeah, we could do that.
That's
Or
the simple way. Or randomize it.
Or what we can do right now, Javi, is tell some SuperCon stories. And with that being said, maybe we'll ask a SuperCon related question and the person that was paying attention can win it, because it is a SuperCon exclusive variant. So
that's true.
Let's just go ahead and kick it off. Do we want to end with SuperCon?
We could end it with what we picked up this week.
Okay, we're good. All right, you guys still want normal stuff. All right, so let's go ahead because we still got, you know, we got a nice little time. Hyde, if you don't mind, because I know you weren't able to make it to SuperCon. Me and Javi, we have some great stories to share about Steve Whiting, Jeff Comics 813, Highly Comic Bro and ourselves just hunting, looking for books, just having a great time all day. The day went by so fast. It just, when you're having a good time, time flies. And that saying is so true. I got my little stand ready to go again because I'm excited to show off some books. And while I'm showing off some of the books, part of my SuperCon haul will be some of my spec, because I know we're now on the speculation part of our show. And without further ado, you know what? Before we get to the spec part, I'm going to show off 2 prints. I did pick up 2 prints. And then I'm just going to go ahead, show off my haul, and then I'll let Javi show off his haul. Is that cool, Javi?
That's cool. Let me go get my haul.
All right, that'll give you time to go do that. But real quick, I'm going to go grab my prints. They're right here.
All right, so hey guys, it's just
it was just an arm's length away. It was arm's length.
Damn. I was trying to take over the show. My bad.
Trying to take over the show. All right.
Trying to mutiny.
I did show these off over on MCE. Let me get this out of my way. I'll pull this back up when I need it. So shout out to my brother, Highly Comic Brother. He's in the chat right now. So Speculation Nation, loving it. All right. Yo, Kayla, what's going on, brother? All right, so I did show off this stuff on MCE on Monday on that Geek Show, so you can see that. But I'm going to go ahead and show them off, of course, on my channel. Oh, and I wish Javi was there, so I don't have to worry about that. But the first thing we'll show off is my Mike Zeck print of that beautiful, beautiful Punisher cover that he did. And he told me a little story, and I agree with him that they didn't need to color this. He's like, they could have just made this the cover. I'm like, yes, I agree with you completely.
Yeah, so, that's beautiful. Oh my God.
And then just even where he signed it too. And he's got a beautiful signature.
That's awesome.
So now I'm print brothers with my brother Highly Comic Bro. Yeah, you loving that, huh, Hyde?
Yeah, I am. That's something else.
Yeah, that thing with that print was awesome.
Yeah, damn.
Some good stuff right there. And then this next one, and I guess when I get to the book, I'll tell the story about it. But there's a little story about it. And I guess you could say the story just got a little cooler because this person just followed me back on Instagram because I guess he remembered who I was. And shout out to Pope Cerebus the First. Thank you for joining us. But I got this Cosmic Ghost Rider print. Greg Horn, and signed there at the bottom, which is awesome. But Greg Horn, super, super cool dude. Him and Mark at his booth, just awesome guys. They were really just chill, and they hung out and talked to us for a while, and they took our picture and everything like that. They were just mad cool dudes. So shout out to Greg Horn and Mark. Oh, and look at that. There he is. Chris.
Yo, Chris.
So what is going on, Chris? You know, we'll get back, you know, and one of the best parts about SuperCon, as I was mentioning, guys, earlier, is that we got to hang out with Chris and Mad Cave in their booth. And that's the perfect segue because we're sitting here talking about SuperCon, Chris. We just talked about the book you donated that we're giving away today on the channel. And here you are ready to talk some Mad Caves. So what is going on, Chris?
What's going on, guys? It's been a long time. I've been a little busy, but you know, it's nice to be back and talk comics with you guys.
Well, it is awesome to have you back, man. And it has been a while. We know you've been super busy because we'll say this, Mad Cave is blowing up, man. You guys are just making some moves, making some noise in the comic book industry, man.
Yeah, you guys are all over the world, all over the web, I should say.
Yeah, it's been wild since Nights, and then Honor and Curse kind of blew up too, and Battle Cats is doing well, and now Show's End is we just got numbers back for Show's End, and that it looks awesome from what we're getting from that. So it's looking to be a good year.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And if I'm not mistaken, you guys do have a new title getting ready to come out as well, right?
Yeah, we just announced Wovenheart, which is time-traveling Victorian monster slayers. So if that appeals to anyone here.
Bro, actually, not to say anything, but me and Javi, I think we were talking about it last week. Weren't we? Or 2 weeks ago? Because we saw the announcement of it, and that cover looks so dope.
Yeah, no, we're super excited for that. It's the same artist as Midnight Task Force. So they're sort of coming back together, him and Mark, trying to pull off this weird ass story that they got going on.
So, SuperCon, did you guys have a lot of fun? Did you have a lot of success over there this weekend?
Oh yeah. SuperCon's fun. This is first time. This is our first time actually going to SuperCon, like actually with the booth. Because usually we like go other places, but this time it's like, yeah, it's Florida Con, and we actually had Mauro there, who's the artist of Knights of the Golden Sun. We actually flew him out from Colombia.
Nice.
So he was there on Saturday signing and doing a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, it was good times all around. It did, yeah.
So the conclusion of Knights of the Golden Sun has happened, and me and Javi talked about it a little bit a few episodes back. So I would love to get your take on how you felt. I mean, I'm sure you knew the ending before anyone else, but how do you feel like it all wrapped up?
Oh, I mean, I thought it's epic as fuck. I mean,
bro,
that's
agreed.
That's what that book is. The book is epic, biblical, just awesomeness, and I thought it wrapped up great. And it sets itself up for future stuff down the line.
And I guess that was going to be my next question, because
Yeah.
they didn't, they left a nice little, you could say cliffhanger, so to speak, at the end. Like, it doesn't necessarily end, So that is awesome.
Oh yeah, Knights is for sure continuing. That is not a secret. It is coming back sometime. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get released on that, but yeah, sometime, somewhere, it will be back.
I do know that was one of the variants that Javi was trying to get his hands on when we were there. It's the first thing he asked you, the CBSI exclusive variant. He's like,
the virgin ones. Yeah, we only had like 8 of those, so those went pretty quick.
No, of course they did.
Yeah.
So you were late, Javi. You were late.
I have a non-virgin. Well, no, not of the CBSI one. No, I lied. So hey, what's up, Chris? Hey,
you could just ask me first. You could just, you have my number, Javi. You could just text me, hey, save it for me, and I would probably do that.
But if people don't have your number, where can they find Mad Cave Studios?
I mean, at Mad Cave Studios, madcavestudios.com, you can find basically everything there. I'm the one running social media. Actually, I can't say that for a lot anymore because I am transitioning a little bit away from social media. Not as of yet, but definitely probably in the future. But I'll still be doing stuff like this and podcasting, doing stuff like that. But I would be not. If you DM Mad Cave Studios, it probably won't be me. Which now it is. Everything you DM and comment, I get to see first, and I get to be either hurt or pleased by the comments.
So, as you know, Chris is moving on up because that's what Mad Cave is doing. They're moving on up. So as they're progressing, he's progressing. So that is awesome news to hear, man. So that is super, super cool. And I do want to give you a just awesome shout out for the bags, Battle Cats Mad Cave bags that he provided us for the con. It actually held our prints perfectly, man. It was like the perfect thing to have. And it's one of those things that you never really like think of when you're at a con, because then you see prints you print. I'm like, damn, what am I going to carry this in? And then that bag came in so clutch. And then the best part, me, Javi, Highly Comic Bros, Steve, and Jeff, like we all put the prints in one bag. So it became like, all right, who's got the bag? Like, no one can lose the bag. It was like too funny. Like, secure the bag. It was hilarious.
It's actually pretty perfect print bag now that I think about it.
Bro,
they are perfect for prints.
Bro,
yeah.
That is my print con bag going forward, and I'm going to use it for that only. I'm not.
That was our bag for the retailer summit. That we had a bunch of extras left over because we had like this huge brochure that was super long, so we had to like make this special bag for it. But now thinking about it, it is a perfect print bag. So
I'm not even joking. Like this, my prints are in here. Yeah, it's like
it works out.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. So shout out to you, Chris. Appreciate the love and the Mad Cave swag. And I love to see that Comic Smurf said he needs that Honor Curse SuperCon exclusive variant. So we'll try to figure out how we can give that away, because I know Smurf is a mad cave head. He's or a cave dweller, as you guys like.
Cave dweller, yeah.
Cave dweller for sure.
You know,
So
gotta keep the branding consistent.
yeah. All right. So before we get back into our SuperCon haul, Chris, is there anything that you're reading that you want to talk about and share with the people? Because we kind of went through that a little earlier, but I definitely want to give your moment of shine and talk about, because you know you are someone that is always reading some hot fire, and I would love for you to spread what you're reading to the community, man. That sounds so bad.
Yeah,
spread it
just
everywhere.
Put me on the spot. I just finished Raven, that new graphic novel that came out, the YA stuff, because I'm reading a lot of YA now. And it was fucking awesome. So that if you guys like YA Raven Teen Titan shit, that's awesome, and it looks pretty. What else? Green Lantern is still ridiculously good,
isn't it?
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's one of my favorite things coming out too, man. It's perfect.
It's just, yeah, it's like on issue 9. It's just ridiculous, weird sci-fi, and it's good. Yeah.
Top of the list.
Yeah. I don't know. I just finished Female Furies. That was a wild miniseries. Holy shit. It's like, what if Apocalypse had like institutionalized sexism, and it's awesome.
That sounds pretty crazy.
Yeah, that does sound crazy.
It's wild.
Definitely have to check that out.
It's wild. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Right, that's
I read a lot. I mean, I don't want to speak for like
for
30 minutes about Runaways and Giant Days is ending, guys. I don't know if you Giant Days is like my favorite book. It's ridiculous and it's ending, and I'm so sad. I wish that book could go on for like 300 issues, but it's not.
Sorry to hear that.
It's whatever. You know, it's still like amazing.
Giant Days. If you guys haven't read it, get on Giant Days.
Go read Giant Days if you like cute college stories about British teenagers. Well, British 20-somethings.
Hey, that's what's up, though.
It's awesome.
That is what's up. Yo, shout out to my MCE family, Ed, dude, for joining us in the chat. Man, just more people keep hopping in, man. Thank you guys. Chris, Mad Cave Studios here with us. We got D-Hide, and we got El Capitan, Javi. You know what, Javi? Show me some of your SuperCon haul. I know you're just dying to just show everyone what you picked up. So go ahead. Let's just dive into it, brother.
Your boy Alexis was giving these out. Marvel vs. Capcom. He was just a nice little thing he was handing out for the homies. I did also pick up a Honor and Curse. Wow, that is glary.
No worries, brother.
Honor and Curse Beach variant. And I pitched this idea to Chris, and I'm hoping that it gets, you know, some sort of steam rolling, but we need a Mad Cave Studios swimsuit special edition. Guys and girls, okay? I'm not just discriminating. But it needs to happen, Chris, okay? I want to see it. Chad was nice enough to pick me this.
I'll bring it up in the next video.
Yes, like the people want to see it. But this awesome Greg Horn Guardians of the Galaxy Gamora cover. Wow. Can I just say wow? Like, this cover is amazing. Gamora by Greg Horn.
Yeah, you and Steve were gawking over it, and I was just like, you know what? I was already paying for prints and stuff like that. So I'm like, yo, give me 2 of those. So
I'll be over there fogging up the Mylar, looking at it.
Yeah, oh, bro, it was. I mean, let me just say this: SuperCon was just a ton of fun, and then I know Javi loves himself some Gamora, and so does Steve. Love anything part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, so I was just happy to be able to like share some of that comic karma, because they're always spreading the karma out to the community as well. So it's just one of the best things about con, man. Awesome.
Kayla, or sorry, Chris, can you still get this online in your online store?
We have like 5 more issues, like 5 more of them left. So be quick about it.
Caleb, they have 5 more issues left. Be quick about it. Caleb,
Yeah.
the comic Smurf.
Yeah.
Go to madcavestudios.com. I believe they are having an online for sale.
We are
Check it
having
out.
a sale. We are having a sale currently. So yeah.
And you can still win one too. You still got time. Caleb, don't forget that. So.
These were 2 AOKs from Steve Whiting and Hialeah Comic Book Bro, and Jeff as well. This was Fantastic Four number 92. With the Thing cover, Ben Grimm on the cover.
That is awesome.
Yeah, man. Like
Wow.
super nice guys, man.
Yeah, that's an awesome cover too. That's like one of the coolest things I've seen. That's awesome.
And also this Fantastic Four number 70. As you guys know, it was Silver Age Sunday, so
You gotta get at least one Silver Age book.
that's right.
It's like the rule.
Thank you so much, guys. Like, these were amazing gifts. SuperCon goodness. And something that I found for myself, I don't know, we're showing off prints too, but I found this for myself. I've been looking for this for quite some time now. And I managed to find both issues, book 1 and book 2 of The Thanos Quest by Jim Starlin.
Mm-hmm.
And at a great price, may I add.
And at a great price. And what is it? Steve, Hialeah, and Jeff, they all own a part of this book as well.
yeah. And I got a set of books as well. And I guess I'll explain more of that story when I'm showing off the books that they own from my collection, or a piece of my. They own like a couple pages of the book, so to speak.
If you guys know me, I love me some Overwatch. I got a McCree print.
Sweet.
McCree's good old Western cowboy.
Yo, shout out to the immortal Biggie Shack in the building. I forgot to shout out Biggie Shack, my bad brother, but Biggie Shack's in the house.
If you guys know who One Punch Man is.
Oh, you caught him?
I caught him.
All right, you didn't pull the comic head. All right, I was worried for a second.
One Punch Man with some monsters. Here we got Gamomon from Digimon. This was a cool dollar print. You can't beat that price, man. And the big score. Let me back up a bit for this.
Oh damn, I'm excited about this. Nice.
That Greg Horn She-Hulk.
That Greg Horn She-Hulk, Justice is Blind.
Signed by Greg Horn at the bottom.
I know.
Greg Horn, super cool, man. Super cool, dude.
Wow, this print, man, I saw this print. There was a couple prints of his that I was like super blown away by. But this one caught my eye the most, and I just like the whole concept of it. She's holding the balance. She's holding the scales, and she has the blindfold on. Super nice.
Beautiful, Javi. Beautiful.
But,
so that was Javi's SuperCon pickups.
Yeah, I mean, I have a whole stack of here that Steve AOK'd me as well, but
that's a whole nother show. We're gonna have to know that. I have that stack too, Javi, and we're gonna do a whole nother show for that, and we'll show that off a whole nother time.
Thank you, Steve.
So,
I think one of my favorite stories though is we were at this one booth and I saw this Vampirella book and it was marked at like $8 or something crazy, nothing too crazy, but it had like a trading card that came with it. And I was like looking at it, and the girl comes up to me and she's like, "Oh, if you smile, I'll give it to you for $5." Yeah, right. They were doing like a smiling discount. So I picked up that book and I gifted it to Jeff. I know he likes Vampirella, so it was my first time meeting him, so I hope he enjoyed that. I thought that was, you know, a cool story. That smiling discount.
Yeah, that is too funny. And then that became like a joke every time we went to a booth. Like, all right, smile, we'll get 50% off the book, right? So,
Yeah.
So, all right. So, we'll get into what books I picked up at SuperCon now. As I showed you guys earlier, those awesome prints. Now, the first book I bought at SuperCon was actually this Mad Cave Studios Honor and Curse SuperCon exclusive variant. And like I said earlier, we'll be giving one of these away. And I'm thinking of the question I'm going to ask to give this away. And by the end of my little segment here, I will have that question. So stay tuned for that. But thank you, Chris and Mad Cave, for the donation so we can give that away. But that was my first pickup. The next thing I'm going to show you that I picked up is an AOK from Highly a Comic Bro. And there's a funny story behind this. This is a Sandman issue #1. Neil Gaiman, as we all know, is getting picked up by Netflix and has seen some heat. This is a mid-grade copy. The guy kind of talked down the price on it, and I was like, all right. And we had just gotten there, so I was like, all right, I'm going to go shop around, and I'll come back if anything. And then when I went back, it wasn't there. And I was like, what the hell? And first thing, because I know Steve and what he likes to do, so I looked at Steve. I'm like, yo, you didn't go and buy that book, did you? He's like, bro, I've been next to you the whole time. How could I have bought that book? And sure enough, as we're sitting down eating lunch, he's got the book that Highly a Comic Bro. So thank you. Shout out to Raul. Went and picked it up and AOK'd it to me. So thank you, brother. I appreciate it. So that was the second thing that I got here. And the next thing I'm going to show you guys, and me and Steve went halvesies on the Immortal Hulk Greg Horn variants. He got the trade dress. I got the Virgin. I wanted the Virgin variant because the trade dress didn't have the demons flying in, and just, oh, I love it. And then I was able to, you know, talking with Greg Horn, super, super cool dude.
Yeah, the story behind those demons is funny too.
Yeah, you know, and he signed them for me. Javi, tell the story about the demons.
Well, he originally pitched, he wanted people, like regular bodies falling, because this is supposed to be hell. So he wanted it to be like bodies are falling into hell. And Marvel was like, yeah, you know, it's a little bit too much. So then he was like, okay, how about we make them fallen angels, and we'll make them angels, and we'll have them with wings, and they'll be like flying into hell. And Marvel was like, yeah, nah, yeah, that's still a little bit too dark. And then they went with the just regular demons, just flying around in hell. And apparently that's what got the okay from Marvel.
So super, super cool. I dig it. Either way, it would have been awesome. But shout out to Mark and Greg Horn. Exchange information with them. Who knows what that could lead to? We might be able to get Greg Horn on the show one day. That would be super, super awesome. But he's got my contact information. And I just looked back on Instagram and he just followed me back. So I should reach out to him and see what that could lead to. But those guys were super, super cool. They're a lot of fun to hang out with. And shout out to him and Mark. Mark was running the booth. And, you know, of course, Greg was just there being Greg. And he was just a super, super cool dude. So that was the next pickup there. And then the next pickup we got here is going to be my little speculation talk. And that is an Amazing Spider-Man 430 and 431, the first appearance of Cosmic Carnage. I think once we see Carnage flying through space on that surfboard to go see Noel, this thing is going to pop and people are going to lose their minds. So you want to go get your hands on this probably now before it gets a little hotter or a little more expensive. It may settle back down after a while as well. You know, it doesn't seem to be one of those crazy, you know, sought after books, but this is surprisingly during the 90s a lower print run book because, you know, they had produced so much, but during this time, this is when they started to like slow down. So this book and I think the other one, 431, it's even less copies out there. So Amazing Spider-Man 430, 431, my little bit of speculation talk this week. I did find these at Con, found them together at the same booth that Javi got his Thanos Quest. And the story behind this, Highly Comic Bro, Steve and Jeff, they all own a piece of this book. Because literally, like, we were coming down to the last dollars cash that we had, and we had to, like, go to everyone. And everyone was pulling out the last dollar that they had, just giving it to us so we can cop Thanos. So like, we probably owe Steve like, you know, a couple of dollars, Jeff like $5, Highly a Comic Bro $5. It was just too funny because we were able to talk the guy down to a price, and I thought I had enough cash and I didn't, and I was just short. I actually still owe the guy $2, so I got to find him and track him down the next con and give him that $2. So, but shout out to those guys. They own a piece of my first appearance of Cosmic Carnage. But cool books to have into my collection, and I'm just a big Carnage fan anyway, so I'm stoked to have them regardless if it pops or not. And then the last book that I'm going to show you guys that I picked up, and of course, like I said, Silver Age Sundays, you can't go on Silver Sundays and not pick up at least one Silver Age book, and that is my Batman 155, the first Silver Age appearance of the Penguin, and I just love this book. I love this cover,
an awesome cover, yeah.
Freaking dragon on it and Penguin just flying through the air, just super, super cool. Crazy Ed's comics, shout out to Crazy Ed, and that guy is crazy. He'll do anything to show you or sell you a book, man. That guy is definitely crazy, man. So
that's the one where the smiling discount. That's where that was that Crazy Ed.
That's where the girl gave you the smiling discount. That's too funny. I did not know that, but yeah. But super, super cool. Just a little piece of comic book history now in my collection. Super excited to add it. The first appearance of Silver Age appearance, sorry, of the Penguin, and that is Batman 155. Get a little closer glimpse of that. So sweet. All right, so those are our SuperCon hauls and stories. We can go on for days and hours about that, but we all got things we got to do, like show off what we picked up for New Comic Book Day. So, Chris, did you make it to the shop today or no?
I did.
You did? All right.
Yeah,
I know Hyde made it to the shop, right?
Oh, no, I did not. I only had 2 things coming out anyway, but I didn't make it out.
Oh, so Hyde didn't make it. All right. I'm sorry, Hyde. All right. Well,
I only got 2 things. Ain't nothing to talk about.
Well, I actually only picked up 2 things as well. I actually got to start cutting down my pool drastically.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with some personal things. I can't announce it quite yet on the air, but you guys might see. I'll still be going live and still talking comics, but I might not be talking as many different titles and stuff like that because I got to like really, really cut back for those of you that do know, you know, why. But moving along. Chris, show us what you picked up today, brother.
Oh, geez, I go first. All right.
They don't want to hear me and Javi talk more, man. We got to give it a break and then come back, you know?
Yeah. Giant size ecstatic because Mike Allred is amazing, and this is a great. I loved the series when it was back in the day, and that's awesome. Cool.
That's Milligan, right?
That is Milligan and Allred. Yeah, I was flipping through it. It looks so pretty. I can't wait to read it. Critical Role, because that came out, and I love the show. And D&D shit is the best shit. She Could Fly. This is a Dark Horse Karen Berger book. And this is actually really good. It's super weird. Like exploration on like OCD and like really, really bad severe case of OCD and stuff. It's fucked up in a pretty good possible way. Naomi, number 6. This is actually the end of the miniseries, I believe. So far, it's been a good run. Yeah, Bendis and Walker and Campbell can do good stuff, apparently, guys. And this book is crazy good looking. Wonder Twins, number 6. This actually just got extended to 12 issues now, and I love it. It was some of the most fun I have reading. It's Mark Russell. I love Mark Russell. And as you can tell, I love Mark Russell. Second Coming. This is the book that got canceled at DC. It is now at Ahoy.
That was sold out.
Yeah, I gotta get my hands up. Didn't know that came out.
Yes, I didn't know either. I went to the shop. I was like, oh shit, this is out. Cool, awesome. I'll get anything Mark Russell writes, and that book looks just super silly and fun and ridiculous satire, which is what he's best at. So yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Chris. And shout out to the 13 thumbs up on the video, and even shout out to the 1 thumbs down. Shout out, brother, for just watching us and giving us even enough. Hey, I don't care. Like it, hate it. It's still helping us get out there. You're still here watching, and we appreciate that, man. So thank you, my friend. So, Javi, what'd you pick up this week, man?
I picked up, let's see, I got this, I guess this was of the free thing, Young Guns sketchbook that they were giving out promotion-wise. But for my haul, and this is in no particular order, I picked up the reprint of X-Men #1.
Sweet. I thought about it.
So that's super cool to have. I picked up the Venom and Carnage True Believers. I think this might have came out last week, but I'm not 100% sure.
Sick. I love it.
I did pick up the Batman 74 cover B. Venom #16. I love how Rhino is on the cover. I think that's awesome.
But I also, well, because I'm going to show that one off too, but I'll show you one of my favorite parts when I show it off.
Invisible Woman #1, Adam Hughes cover artist.
Who's writing that again? That Wade?
Who is writing it? Mark Wade is writing it.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I got 2 issues of Vox Machina Critical Role Origins. Yeah, all my friends watch Critical Role. I want to be Matt Mercer. Savage Avengers #3. Awesome cover. I think this came out last week.
Yeah, it did. That's a good issue. Good fun series.
I'm about 2 weeks behind, so Immortal Hulk #20. Batman TMNT #3, and Avengers #20. So some new stuff, some old stuff, some stuff that I'm still catching up on. That's it for me.
All right, Javi. Thank you very, very much, brother. Someone did ask me, the Batman is a 12-cent cover, Batman Goat. And
yes.
I do want to thank Mr. Variant for joining us as well, man. Thank you guys. Appreciate the love. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go check out Mad Cave Studios, our favorite indie comic book publishers down here located in South Florida. So you can find them on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere at Mad Cave. So I only picked up 2 books this week, and the 2 books I picked up was Thor issue 15, and definitely picking this up because Jason Aaron's getting ready to conclude his run on Thor. I know some people don't think that's really happening, but I'm pretty sure that's happening, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm speculating. I'm going with Donny Cates is going to be the next writer of Thor. That's right. I said it a couple weeks ago. You heard it here first. 90MFComics, Y290 said it. Cates is the next writer on Thor. But I'm super excited to read what's going to be happening here. And then the next book that I picked up, and I actually already read it today, and just, as I drop my stand. Venom issue #16, Cates is back. My favorite part is, you see the milkshake? That's
yeah.
And it looks like it's getting ready to go to, that's my favorite part. It looks like it's getting ready to go to Dylan, and I'm sure it's going to go to Dylan at some point, and that's when that first appearance of Dylan, Venom issue #7, we'll probably see another Spike, because it's seen a little one after he was revealed to be his son. But yeah, this book, super awesome, pretty much takes off exactly where Donny Cates left off. And, you know,
Goat said that there is a print error in it.
Yeah, about a certain bubble. So I have to look into that. That I don't know about, but I'm going to look into that myself. But this is one of those books that if you're not reading, you definitely got to read that and Immortal Hulk. Those are my two favorite runs, and I just can't stress it enough. You want to be on it, and I already read this, and just awesome. Just a little setup issue before Absolute Carnage. Nothing too crazy happens in this issue, but it's a nice little setup and teaser for Absolute Carnage. And the last thing I want to show you guys that I picked up, which I got a few weeks back off of eBay, but it finally came in the mail, and that is a Slab Avengers 684, first appearance of Immortal Hulk. So we all know I love me some Immortal Hulk, so I just came across a good price, and I figured why not? I love this cover, and just to have it protected and not have to worry about it is something nice. So that'll be the last thing I'll be showing you guys today. All right, so that brings us to pretty much the end of our show. We're going to go around and talk about what we all got going on. So, Javi, let me know what you got going on your channel, man, because Keys to Dorks is putting out some incredible content. Sorry, I can't even talk anymore. But I did see last week you went live the day after 4th of July, and you talked some awesome Captain America, man. So what you got planned on your channel, brother?
Oh, thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate it. I do want to go through Thanos' Quest once I read it.
That's a good one, man. I love that book.
Yeah, and I actually have no pre-knowledge of what Thanos' Quest is really all about. I know Thanos gets the gauntlet, and this is where he's like searching for the stones and things like that. But I really don't have any pre-knowledge, so it's going to be very, very exciting to jump into it and decipher all that goodness. Besides that, there is a mini series. It's a V.E. Schwab's Shades of Magic. It's a 4-issue miniseries, and has to do with fantasy. It's an indie book based off of a novel. But I would like to kind of dig deeper into that miniseries. If anybody knows about it, it's V.E. Schwab's Shades of Magic. But besides that, definitely going to start talking with Hyde to see how he wants to go about Oprah Boy's book club.
Oprah Boy?
Yeah. And then once we figure that out, we'll be bringing you some Punisher talk. And we'll be talking about Welcome Back, Frank by Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon.
Sweet. Hell yeah. And that is a great segue to Hyde and what he's got going on. So what you got going on your channel, Hyde?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, I will be doing the Wrestle line tomorrow, which is the Wrestle line, where I talk about talking about subject in wrestling, because I got to get it out somehow. It's a bunch of dumb knowledge I have in my head. I got to get out somehow. So come join me for that therapy session tomorrow afternoon. And, real quick, this isn't really anything I'm plugging, but rest in peace, Rip Torn. A wonderful actor who's been around forever, just passed away from the Larry Sanders Show. The father from Freddy Got Fingered, Zed from Men in Black, and tons of other things. A brilliant actor. He passed away last night, and rest in peace to him. I'm going to succeed my plugs to him and the Wrestle line tomorrow. But yeah, so that's what I got.
Nice, man. Thank you, brother. Now, Chris, I know you're not putting out content out on YouTube, but I know Mad Cave has got a lot of stuff going on. So let the people know what they could be expecting from Mad Cave in the upcoming future, man.
Yeah, I can do that. Well, most recently, August, if you guys don't know, Shozen #1 comes out in August. I think it's probably my favorite. I've read the first 2 issues. I read a couple of it. Anyway, it's fucking awesome. It's really good. It's probably my favorite thing we have put out. Just so I think like every new thing that we put out is like my favorite thing. I think we get better and better as we go on. But Shozen is really like, it is my type of book. It is like macabre and freak show, carnival, 1920s. It's awesome. It's also dark as shit. Anthony, and also first book from Talent Search winner of last year, which is another thing I thought. But yeah, it's really dark. Anthony's a fucked up dude. He's awesome though. Yeah, Shozen #1. And we also just announced for Halloween Comic Fest, we have a Battle Cats Halloween special, which is gonna be wild. Mauricio is doing it, the artist of Knights of the Golden Sun. So you get to see his take on fucking Battle Cats, and it's ridiculous and scary, kind of. It's wild. So yeah, it's Halloween Comic Fest stuff. So stuff like that.
Is it a one shot?
It's a one shot. It's a one shot for Halloween Comic Fest, or when like that free sort of books that come out through there. Retailers can order that. And Halloween, we have Woven Heart #1 coming out. That'll be in previews next month. Later this month, we have another announcement going on. So for some really crazy shit also. So that's going to be wild. Currently right now,
following them on their Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, so that way when they announce that, you know what that is. Because we'll announce that here once we see that. But to get that instant notification, go follow them. And what else? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But I want the people to go follow that, man.
You're doing a better job of plugging the social media than I am. Currently right now, if anyone of you guys is a writer and or artist, we have a talent search going on. It actually starts the 15th, but you can start working on it now. And yeah, we're looking for 4 new writers and 4 new artists to come and do books with us. And To Show Zen is a product of that. And I think it's fucking awesome. So yeah, if you guys go to the website, it should be like the first link there. Really, big huge banner that says talent search. It's pretty awesome. I'm probably going to be reading a whole bunch of stuff for that and looking at stuff like that. So yeah, awesome. I think that's it.
Sweet. Awesome.
There's a lot of stuff going on now.
And then Javi just put the link right there in the chat for those of you who want to check that out. So that way you can get that to your buddy, Bake the Snake. All right. So
yeah, you can order books from there too. So I think somebody was saying that they were missing Honor and Curse. Their local comic book shop wasn't able to order some, but if you're looking for anything, go on the website. It's probably
we all know Bakes LCS. I know Bakes LCS, so we'll leave that nameless for now. But as I mentioned earlier, we're giving out this Florida SuperCon Honor Curse exclusive variant, and I'm just gonna go ahead and you know what? We got to give this to somebody that at least loves this book and has been reading it. And if you guys have been following us on the show, we've talked about it. We've mentioned the characters and stuff like that. And I know, look at Javi's face. He's like, uh-oh. But go ahead and tell me, who are the 2 characters that are in love in the storyline in Honor and Curse? And this book can be yours. So... This Fake goes dibs. That's how he gets it. But let's see if anyone has been reading this book. If I have to change the question, I will. But I got a feeling somebody in there is gonna have to know that. So who are the 2 characters that are in love, or the main? Look at Caleb. He's thinking of the other one. He can't figure it out. He's flipping through his books now. That's too funny. And then as we're trying to figure out that for those people looking on the interwebs, YouTube is 90. And don't forget, we're going to be here tomorrow reviewing a half show. I'm talking comics with my brothers. And there it is, Caleb the Comic Smurf Murphy with the win. There it is, brother. So I'll get that shipped and packaged up to you as soon as I can, brother. So thank you, Caleb, and everybody else for participating in the Honor and Curse SuperCon exclusive variant giveaway. So, all right. YouTube is 90. Back to Y290 and what he's got going on. Reviewing a half shell tomorrow. Me, C. Woodard, Edwin the Comic Jabroni, and Who Dat Comics more. We're talking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 95 and Batman TMNT Series 3 issue number 3. So make sure you're here tomorrow for that. Next Monday, you can find me on That Geek Show on MCE. That's right, MCE. And Chris, I gotta set something up with you on that show, man, because Those guys are doing great things. They just did a 10,000 subscriber giveaway. So we got to get you on there and probably plug some, Mad Cave one way or another. So I'll talk to you off air about that. But if you guys haven't checked out MCE, you want to go check them out, man. They're doing everything collectibles, from statues, pops, figures, bringing me on, doing comics and stuff like that. So you want to go check them out. It's great content. So definitely check me out there. And for those of you that do know that Y290 is your current cover champion with the first appearance of Casey Jones, and that stupid idiot, the Tone, has been talking smack, trying to come after my cover championship, and it's going to be finally going down on the hunt. The Tone versus Y290 for the cover championship. The theme is homage covers, so you definitely want to go stay tuned for that and go check out Tony Sanders' channel, because we're getting down finally in the squared comic circle, and you will see why I'm the best at the world at what I do and why I will still be your cover champion. And you want to see what I picked up for my homage cover. Definitely want to be there for that. So stay tuned for that. I want to thank all of you for joining us in the chat, man, that are still here. You guys are the best. Much appreciate the love from Caleb the Comic Smurf Murphy. We still got Goat in here, Biggie Shack, Mr. Variant, Candyman, Rip up in the building. Everyone from Highly a Comic Bro. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. I want to thank Javi and Hyde as always, and our special guest, Chris. You're the man. I appreciate the love at SuperCon. I appreciate you coming on as well, man. It is just always a good time connecting, talking comic books with you, brother. So thank you. And just know you're always more than welcome. So if you ever want to join, you just let me know, and the invite is sent, brother. So with that being said, thank you guys. Good night. And until next week, go get your books.
Go get your books.
Get them
Later, guys.